What separates those who achieve long-term success from those who get stuck in short-term thinking? The answer lies in their ability to see beyond the immediate and focus on the bigger picture, a skill known as strategic thinking. Strategic thinking isn't reserved for CEOs or industry leaders. It's a mindset anyone can develop to navigate life's complexities, make informed decisions, and achieve lasting success. This book is your guide to mastering this invaluable skill. Through relatable examples, clear explanations, and practical exercises, you'll embark on a journey to cultivate a strategic mindset that empowers you to anticipate challenges, seize opportunities, and stay adaptable in an ever-changing world. Whether you're seeking clarity in your career, personal growth, or leadership role, Future Focus will equip you with the tools to shape your future with purpose. Let's dive in and transform the way you think, plan, and succeed. Chapter 1: The Power of Vision, Seeing Beyond the Horizon. Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast, leaving you scrambling just to keep up? Imagine instead navigating life with the confidence of a sailor guided by a lighthouse, knowing exactly where you're headed, no matter how stormy the waters. That's the power of vision. Vision is more than just wishful thinking or lofty dreams. It's a clear, purposeful picture of where you want to go and why. It's the foundation of strategic thinking and the first step toward lasting success. When you develop a vision, you give your mind a destination. It's not about predicting every twist and turn, but about defining the direction you want your life, career, or projects to take. A strong vision inspires action, clarifies priorities, and fuels perseverance even when challenges arise. Think of it as the compass guiding you through decisions, big or small. Without a vision, it's easy to drift, making choices that feel urgent in the moment, but fail to align with what truly matters in the long run. Consider the story of Sarah, a young professional who felt trapped in a cycle of unfulfilling jobs. She spent years reacting to opportunities rather than creating them. One day, overwhelmed and unsure of her next step, Sarah sat down and asked herself a simple but powerful question: where do I want to be in 5 years? For the first time, she visualized her ideal career, one where she blended her passion for writing with her love for community work. With that vision in mind, Sarah began to make intentional decisions. She sought opportunities to build her skills, volunteered for projects aligned with her goals, and even turned down offers that didn't fit her long-term plan. Over time, her vision became her reality. She now leads a nonprofit communications team, a role she describes as her dream job. Sarah's story illustrates a crucial truth. Vision shapes action. It allows you to filter through the noise and focus on what aligns with your ultimate goals. But vision isn't static. It's a living idea that evolves as you grow. What you envision today may change as your experiences deepen and your perspective broadens. That's not a failure. It's a sign of progress. The key is to stay connected to your vision and use it as a guide, not a rigid rule. Developing a vision might feel daunting, especially if you're unsure where to start. A useful first step is reflection. Think about moments when you felt the most fulfilled or energized. What were you doing? Who were you with? What values were being honored? These glimpses can provide clues to your larger vision. For instance, if you find joy in helping others solve problems, your vision might involve becoming a mentor, leader, or innovator in your field. On the other hand, if your happiest moments involve creativity, your vision might revolve around building something uniquely yours. Another powerful tool in shaping your vision is visualization. Close your eyes and picture yourself 5, 10, or even 20 years into the future. Where are you? What does your daily life look like? The more vivid your vision, the easier it becomes to connect your present actions with your future aspirations. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and artists alike use visualization to push past limits and stay focused on their goals. Yet, having a vision isn't enough on its own. It must be supported by intentional action. That's where the concept of alignment comes in. Alignment means ensuring that your daily choices, habits, and efforts reflect your larger vision. Imagine a builder constructing a house without a blueprint. Even with the best tools and materials, the result would be chaotic. Your vision is your blueprint, and your actions are the tools you use to bring it to life. The more aligned your actions are with your vision, the closer you'll come to achieving it. Real-life examples of vision-driven success abound. Take Elon Musk, for example. Love him or not, his ability to articulate a bold vision has propelled groundbreaking ventures like SpaceX and Tesla. His focus on creating a sustainable future through renewable energy and space exploration has rallied teams, investors, and customers around a common purpose. While most of us don't need to revolutionize industries, the principle remains the same. When you're clear on your vision, it's easier to inspire action, both in yourself and in others. To apply the power of vision in your own life, start small. Identify one area where you'd like more clarity or direction, whether it's your career, relationships, or personal growth. Write down what you'd like that part of your life to look like in the future. Be specific and vivid. Instead of saying, "I want to be happy," describe what happiness looks like to you. Does it mean having financial freedom? Deep, meaningful connections? The freedom to pursue your passions? Once you've outlined your vision, break it down into actionable steps. What can you do today, this week, or this month to move closer to that picture? Here's an exercise to help you get started. Find a quiet space and take 10 minutes to write a letter to your future self. Imagine it's 5 years from now. Describe where you are, what you've accomplished, and how it feels to live the life you envisioned. Be as detailed as possible. When you finish, read the letter aloud. Notice how it makes you feel. Excited, inspired, maybe even a little nervous. That energy is the spark of your vision taking shape. Your vision is the starting point of your strategic thinking journey. As you move through this book, you'll learn how to connect your vision to actionable strategies, overcome obstacles, and adapt to change without losing sight of your goals. Every great success story begins with a clear picture of what's possible. Now it's your turn to craft yours. Chapter 2. Breaking down the big picture. Understanding strategic thinking. Have you ever paused to ask yourself why some people seem to move through life with precision and purpose, while others stumble from one decision to the next? The secret often lies in their ability to think strategically. Strategic thinking is not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about developing a mindset that sees patterns, anticipates challenges, and identifies opportunities. It's the bridge between having a vision and turning it into reality. Strategic thinking begins with understanding the big picture. Life, like a complex puzzle, consists of interconnected pieces. If you focus too much on one piece, you risk losing sight of how it fits into the whole. Strategic thinkers are like master puzzlers. They recognize how each decision impacts the larger image they're building. This approach isn't just for executives or entrepreneurs. It's a skill that enhances every area of life, from career planning to personal relationships. Take the example of Daniel, a project manager at a tech startup. When Daniel first joined the company, he felt overwhelmed by the fast-paced environment. His days were consumed by putting out fires, attending meetings, and trying to keep up with shifting priorities. Despite his hard work, Daniel struggled to deliver results that aligned with the company's goals. Frustrated, he sought advice from his mentor, who asked a simple question: "Do you understand how your work fits into the bigger picture?" The question caught Daniel off guard. He realized he had been so focused on daily tasks that he hadn't considered their strategic purpose. With his mentor's guidance, Daniel began mapping his team's objectives to the company's mission. He prioritized tasks that contributed to long-term success and delegated or eliminated those that didn't. The change was transformative. Not only did Daniel's performance improve, but his team also thrived under his newfound clarity. Daniel's experience highlights a key principle of strategic thinking: alignment. When you align your actions with your broader goals, you maximize your impact. This requires stepping back from the day-to-day hustle to ask, how does this fit into the bigger picture? It's not about working harder, but working smarter, ensuring your energy is directed toward what truly matters. Another critical aspect of strategic thinking is foresight. Foresight doesn't mean predicting the future with perfect accuracy. It means considering possibilities and preparing for them. Think about a chess player. A skilled player doesn't just focus on their next move. They anticipate their opponent's response and plan several moves ahead. Strategic thinking involves a similar process of scenario planning. By envisioning different outcomes, you can adapt more effectively when challenges arise. For example, consider a small business owner named Maria, who runs a successful bakery. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, many businesses in her industry faced closures due to decreased foot traffic. However, Maria's ability to think strategically saved her bakery. Long before the pandemic, she had anticipated the possibility of market disruptions and invested in building a strong online presence. She had created a user-friendly website, developed partnerships with delivery services, and built a loyal social media following. When in-person sales plummeted, Maria quickly pivoted to online orders and delivery. Her strategic foresight not only kept her business afloat but also helped it grow during a time when many others struggled. Maria's story demonstrates the value of thinking several steps ahead. Whether it's a personal decision or a professional goal, strategic thinking equips you to navigate uncertainty with confidence. It encourages you to ask what if and prepare for a range of possibilities, ensuring you're not caught off guard by unexpected changes. To cultivate strategic thinking, curiosity and learning are essential. Strategic thinkers are lifelong learners who seek to understand how the world works. They read, ask questions, and explore new ideas, constantly expanding their mental toolkit. This curiosity helps them identify connections that others might overlook. For example, an aspiring artist who studies marketing may discover innovative ways to promote their work, merging creativity with business acumen. Strategic thinking also requires a willingness to challenge assumptions. Often, we make decisions based on habits or unexamined beliefs, which can limit our options. Strategic thinkers pause to question these assumptions, asking, "Is this the only way?" Or, "What if I tried a different approach?" This mindset opens doors to innovative solutions and unexpected opportunities. Let's revisit Daniel's story. After aligning his team's work with the company's goals, he began questioning some of their long-standing practices. One project, in particular, had consumed significant resources without delivering meaningful results. Instead of continuing out of habit, Daniel proposed reallocating those resources to a new initiative that aligned better with the company's strategic priorities. His willingness to challenge the status quo paid off, resulting in a breakthrough product that exceeded expectations. Cultivating strategic thinking isn't something that happens overnight, but it begins with small, deliberate steps. Start by taking a moment to reflect on your current decisions and actions. Are they contributing to your long-term goals, or are they driven by short-term pressures? If you find yourself caught in the latter, don't be discouraged. Recognizing this is the first step toward change. To practice strategic thinking, set aside time each week to assess your progress and priorities. Ask yourself, what is my ultimate goal in this area of my life? How do my current actions support or hinder that goal? What potential challenges or opportunities might arise, and how can I prepare for them? Here's a practical exercise to deepen your understanding of strategic thinking. Choose a current challenge or decision you're facing, whether it's personal or professional. Write it down in the center of a blank page. Around it, create a mind map of factors that influence the decision, such as your goals, potential outcomes, resources, and obstacles. Look for connections between these factors. What patterns or insights emerge? What options can you generate based on this analysis? Finally, reflect on how this decision fits into your larger goals and what steps you can take to move forward strategically. Strategic thinking is a skill that grows with practice and intention. By learning to see the big picture, anticipate possibilities, and align your actions with your goals, you can navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. As you continue this journey, remember that every decision you make is an opportunity to shape your future. With each thoughtful choice, you're building a life of lasting success. Chapter 3: Mindset Shift. From reactive to proactive. Have you ever felt like you're constantly putting out fires, reacting to one problem after another, with no time to focus on what truly matters? If so, you're not alone. Many of us live in reactive mode, responding to events as they come without pausing to consider a bigger plan. While reacting is sometimes necessary, living this way can leave us feeling drained and directionless. To master strategic thinking, you must make a critical mindset shift, moving from reactive to proactive. Being reactive means allowing external circumstances to dictate your actions. It's like driving a car with no map, reacting to every twist and turn in the road without knowing your ultimate destination. On the other hand, being proactive means anticipating challenges, taking charge of your choices, and aligning your actions with your goals. It's the difference between being a passenger and being the driver of your life. Consider the example of Alex, a team leader in a marketing agency. For years, Alex worked in reactive mode, addressing client complaints, fixing mistakes, and constantly managing last-minute crises. He worked long hours but felt he was always one step behind. One day, after a particularly chaotic project, Alex decided enough was enough. He began analyzing the patterns behind these crises and realized they were often due to unclear client expectations. Instead of waiting for problems to arise, Alex implemented a proactive strategy. He introduced a system for gathering detailed client requirements up front and scheduled regular check-ins to ensure alignment throughout the project. The results were transformative. Fewer crises, happier clients, and a calmer, more confident Alex. Alex's story illustrates a key principle. Proactivity creates control. When you take the initiative to address potential issues before they become problems, you not only reduce stress but also create opportunities for growth and success. This mindset shift isn't about avoiding every challenge. Life is unpredictable, and surprises will happen. Instead, it's about positioning yourself to handle challenges effectively with a sense of purpose and control. To make this shift, you first need to develop awareness. Reactive behavior often stems from autopilot habits, doing what feels urgent without questioning whether it's important. Start by paying attention to your daily actions. Are you constantly responding to emails, rushing to meet deadlines, or making decisions under pressure? If so, ask yourself, what could I have done earlier to prevent this situation? Awareness is the first step toward change. Proactive thinking also requires setting priorities. When you're clear on what matters most, it's easier to focus your energy on tasks that align with your long-term goals. Imagine a gardener tending a plot of land. If they spend all their time pulling weeds without planting seeds, they'll never see a harvest. Similarly, if you spend all your time reacting to problems without working on your goals, you'll struggle to make meaningful progress. Let's look at the story of Mia, a college student balancing a full course load, a part-time job, and family responsibilities. For years, Mia felt overwhelmed, constantly rushing to complete assignments at the last minute. One semester, after nearly missing a major deadline, she decided to take a different approach. She began each week by reviewing her syllabus and creating a schedule for completing assignments well in advance. She also set aside specific times for studying, working, and spending time with her family. By prioritizing her tasks and planning ahead, Mia not only reduced her stress, but also saw an improvement in her grades and relationships. Proactivity didn't add more hours to her day. It simply helped her use them more effectively. Another important aspect of proactivity is resilience. Even the best plans will sometimes go awry, and proactive thinkers know how to adapt without losing sight of their goals. This resilience comes from focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. For example, imagine you're planning an outdoor event, and the forecast suddenly predicts rain. A reactive response might be to panic or cancel the event. A proactive response would be to prepare a backup plan, such as securing an indoor venue or renting tents. By staying focused on solutions rather than problems, you maintain momentum and turn obstacles into opportunities. Proactivity is also deeply tied to communication. Being proactive often means addressing potential conflicts or misunderstandings before they escalate. For instance, a manager who checks in regularly with their team is more likely to catch small issues early, preventing them from becoming major roadblocks. Similarly, a proactive friend or partner who communicates openly about their needs and expectations fosters stronger, healthier relationships. Making the shift from reactive to proactive isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Start by identifying one area of your life where you often feel reactive, whether it's at work, in your relationships, or with your personal goals. Ask yourself what steps you can take to anticipate challenges and act with intention. Remember, proactivity is a skill that grows with practice. The more you exercise it, the more natural it will become. Here's an exercise to help you apply this concept. Choose one goal or project you're currently working on. Take a few minutes to brainstorm potential obstacles or challenges you might face along the way. For each obstacle, write down one proactive step you can take to either prevent it or minimize its impact. For example, if your goal is to start a fitness routine, but you know you tend to skip workouts when you're busy, a proactive step might be scheduling shorter, more flexible workouts or preparing your gym bag the night before. Once you've identified these steps, commit to implementing at least one this week. Shifting from reactive to proactive is a game changer for anyone seeking lasting success. By taking control of your choices, planning ahead, and focusing on what matters most, you create a life that reflects your values and aspirations. Proactivity is about empowerment, giving yourself the tools and mindset to shape your future, rather than letting circumstances shape it for you. With practice, you'll find that this shift not only reduces stress, but also unlocks opportunities you never thought possible. As you continue this journey, remember, every small intentional step brings you closer to the life you envision. Chapter 4. Clarifying your goals. Setting the course for success. Have you ever set out on a journey without knowing where you were going? It's unlikely. Whether it's a vacation or a simple trip to the store, you typically have a destination in mind. Life, however, often tempts us to wander without clear direction, leaving us unsure of where we're headed. Clarifying your goals is like charting a map. It gives you purpose, focus, and a sense of direction. When you know where you want to go, every step becomes more meaningful. Goals are the bridge between your vision and your daily actions. They provide structure to your aspirations and turn abstract dreams into achievable outcomes. Without them, even the most ambitious vision can feel out of reach. Clear goals act as a guide, helping you prioritize what matters most and eliminate distractions. More importantly, they empower you to measure progress, celebrate milestones, and stay motivated along the way. Consider the story of Jacob, a recent college graduate with a passion for photography. Jacob dreamed of turning his hobby into a career, but felt overwhelmed by the steps needed to make it happen. He knew he wanted to succeed, but lacked a clear plan. After weeks of frustration, Jacob decided to break his vision into specific, actionable goals. His first step was to build an online portfolio showcasing his work. Next, he set a goal to network with 5 professional photographers in his city. Finally, he aimed to book his first paid gig within 3 months. By focusing on these tangible goals, Jacob made steady progress. Within a year, he had a thriving freelance photography business. Jacob's success highlights the power of specific, measurable goals. Vague aspirations like, I want to be successful, or I want to get fit, are difficult to act on. But when you define exactly what success or fitness looks like to you, the path forward becomes much clearer. For example, instead of saying, I want to save money, a clear goal might be, I will save $5,000 for a vacation by setting aside $200 each month. Specificity transforms wishes into plans. A common challenge when setting goals is balancing ambition with realism. While it's essential to aim high, overly ambitious goals can feel intimidating and lead to burnout. On the other hand, goals that are too easy may not inspire you to grow. The key is to find a middle ground, goals that stretch your capabilities while remaining achievable. This is where the concept of SMART goals can be helpful. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These criteria ensure your goals are clear, actionable, and aligned with your long-term vision. Take the example of Priya, a middle manager aiming for a promotion. Instead of setting a broad goal like, I want to advance in my career, she defined a SMART goal. I will improve my leadership skills by completing a management certification program within the next 6 months. This goal was specific, focused on leadership skills, measurable, completion of the program, achievable, a 6-month timeline, relevant, aligned with her career aspirations, and time-bound, a clear deadline. By focusing on this clear objective, Priya not only gained valuable skills but also demonstrated her commitment to growth, making her a strong candidate for promotion. Another important aspect of goal setting is aligning your goals with your values. Goals that resonate with your core beliefs are more likely to inspire commitment and persistence. For instance, If family is one of your top values, setting a goal to spend more quality time with loved ones might feel deeply rewarding. Conversely, pursuing goals that conflict with your values can lead to frustration and dissatisfaction, even if you achieve them. Let's explore this concept through the story of Mark, a high-achieving executive who spent years climbing the corporate ladder. Despite his success, Mark felt unfulfilled. He realized that many of his goals had been driven by external pressures rather than his true passions. After reflecting on his values, Mark discovered that creativity and community were most important to him. This insight led him to set new goals, including launching a nonprofit organization that combined his business expertise with his desire to give back. Aligning his goals with his values brought Mark a renewed sense of purpose and joy. Breaking down large goals into smaller steps is another effective strategy. Big goals can feel overwhelming, but dividing them into manageable tasks makes them more approachable. For example, imagine your goal is to run a marathon. Instead of focusing on the full 26.2 miles, start with a smaller milestone, such as running 3 miles without stopping. As you achieve each milestone, you'll build confidence and momentum, bringing your ultimate goal within reach. Finally, it's essential to remain flexible. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may require you to adjust your goals along the way. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your ambitions. It means adapting to new information and finding alternative paths. Think of it like a GPS recalculating your route when you encounter a detour. The destination remains the same, but the journey evolves. Here's an exercise to help you clarify your goals. Take a moment to write down one area of your life where you'd like to see improvement or growth. This could be your career, health, relationships, or personal development. Next, define a clear goal for this area using the SMART framework. Be as specific as possible and make sure your goal aligns with your values. Finally, list 3 small steps you can take this week to start working toward your goal. Reflect on how achieving this goal will bring you closer to the life you envision. Clarifying your goals is a powerful step toward mastering strategic thinking and achieving lasting success. By setting clear, purposeful goals and aligning them with your vision and values, you create a roadmap for progress. Remember, every goal you achieve, no matter how small, brings you one step closer to the future you desire. Stay focused, stay flexible, and trust in your ability to make meaningful strides toward your dreams. Chapter 5. Analyzing the Landscape. Tools for Situational Awareness. Have you ever tried solving a puzzle without first looking at the picture on the box? It's frustrating and inefficient. The same principle applies to life. Before making decisions or taking action, it's essential to understand the context, the big picture that surrounds you. This is where situational awareness comes in. By analyzing the landscape, you gain a clearer understanding of the opportunities, challenges, and resources available to you, enabling you to make informed and strategic choices. Situational awareness is the ability to perceive your environment, assess its significance, and predict how it may change. It's a skill that helps you navigate uncertainty and complexity with confidence. At its core, analyzing the landscape means asking questions like, what's happening around me? And how does this impact my goals? Whether in your career, relationships, or personal projects, understanding the context allows you to make decisions that align with your long-term vision. Consider the story of Emma, a small business owner who runs a boutique clothing store. Emma's business thrived in its early years, but she noticed a decline in foot traffic and sales over time. Instead of panicking, Emma decided to analyze the landscape. She researched market trends, surveyed her customers, and observed changes in her community. She discovered that more people were shopping online and that a new competitor had opened nearby. Armed with this information, Emma adjusted her strategy. She launched an online store to reach a wider audience and introduced exclusive in-store events to attract local customers. By understanding her environment, Emma was able to adapt and grow her business. Emma's experience highlights a key aspect of situational awareness: gathering information. To make effective decisions, you need accurate and relevant data about your surroundings. This might include understanding market trends, assessing your competition, or being aware of social dynamics. Gathering information doesn't mean overloading yourself with every detail. It's about identifying what's most important and using that knowledge to guide your actions. Another crucial element of situational awareness is recognizing patterns. Patterns help you anticipate what might happen next and prepare accordingly. For example, athletes use situational awareness to read their opponent's movements and predict their next move. In business, leaders analyze market patterns to identify emerging opportunities or risks. Recognizing patterns requires paying attention to both the details and the larger trends, connecting the dots to see the bigger picture. Take the case of Carlos, a financial analyst working for a large corporation. Carlos noticed that his company's stock price often fluctuated in response to specific economic indicators. By studying these patterns, he developed a model to predict potential market shifts. This allowed him to provide valuable insights to his team, positioning the company to make proactive decisions. Carlos's ability to recognize patterns and analyze their implications not only advanced his career but also contributed to his organization's success. Analyzing the landscape also involves understanding the perspectives of others. Different people bring unique viewpoints, experiences, and priorities to any situation. By considering these perspectives, you gain a more comprehensive understanding of the environment and can make more inclusive, strategic decisions. For instance, a teacher designing a new curriculum might seek input from students, parents, and colleagues to ensure the program meets diverse needs. Similarly, a leader managing a team benefits from understanding each member's strengths, motivations, and challenges. Being open to multiple perspectives doesn't mean agreeing with everyone or losing sight of your goals. It's about broadening your understanding and making decisions that take various factors into account. This approach not only enhances your situational awareness, but also builds trust and collaboration with others. Flexibility is another important aspect of analyzing the landscape. Environments are dynamic, and situations can change rapidly. A plan that works today might not be effective tomorrow. Staying flexible allows you to adapt to new circumstances without losing sight of your objectives. Imagine a traveler navigating a city with a map. If they encounter a blocked road, they adjust their route instead of abandoning their destination. Similarly, when you analyze the landscape, you prepare yourself to pivot when needed, keeping your goals in focus. To develop situational awareness, start by observing your environment with curiosity and intention. Look for patterns, ask questions, and seek input from others. Be mindful of both the external factors, like market trends or social dynamics, and the internal ones, such as your own strengths, limitations, and biases. Awareness is a skill that deepens with practice. The more you analyze your landscape, the sharper your insights will become. Here's a practical exercise to help you strengthen this skill. Choose a situation or challenge you're currently facing. Spend a few minutes observing and reflecting on the factors at play. Ask yourself, what is happening around me and why? Who are the key players involved and what are their perspectives? What patterns or trends can I identify? How might the situation change in the future, and what actions can I take to prepare? Write down your observations and insights. Use this analysis to guide your decisions and actions in the coming weeks. By analyzing the landscape, you equip yourself with the tools to navigate complexity and uncertainty with confidence. Situational awareness enhances your ability to see opportunities, avoid pitfalls, and make strategic choices that align with your goals. It's not about controlling every aspect of your environment, but about understanding it well enough to respond effectively. As you continue this journey, remember, the clearer your view of the landscape, the more empowered you are to shape your path forward. Chapter 6: Thinking in Scenarios, Preparing for Multiple Futures. Have you ever wondered how some people seem ready for anything life throws their way? They stay calm under pressure, adapt quickly, and often emerge stronger from challenges. The secret to their resilience lies in an approach called scenario thinking. Thinking in scenarios is about imagining different possible futures and preparing for them. It's a skill that helps you stay adaptable, make better decisions, and remain focused on your goals, no matter what happens. Life is unpredictable. While we can't control everything, we can control how we respond to change. Scenario thinking allows you to anticipate potential challenges and opportunities so that you're never caught off guard. It's not about predicting the future with absolute certainty, but about exploring various possibilities and planning accordingly. This mindset encourages flexibility and empowers you to take action with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty. Consider the story of Nina, a product manager at a tech company. Nina was tasked with launching a new app within 6 months, a high-stakes project with tight deadlines. Instead of focusing solely on the ideal outcome, Nina used scenario thinking to prepare for multiple possibilities. She identified 3 potential scenarios. The app launches smoothly, minor bugs delay the launch, or a major competitor releases a similar app before theirs. For each scenario, Nina developed a contingency plan. When the second scenario occurred, a delay caused by unexpected technical issues, Nina and her team implemented their backup strategy without panic. The app launched successfully a few weeks later, and Nina's leadership was widely praised. Nina's approach illustrates how scenario thinking can transform uncertainty into opportunity. By considering different futures and planning for them, you build a sense of control and readiness. This approach doesn't just apply to professional projects. It's equally valuable in personal decision-making. For example, a student deciding where to attend college might imagine scenarios such as excelling academically, facing financial challenges, or needing to transfer schools. By thinking through these possibilities, they can make a more informed and confident choice. One key aspect of scenario thinking is identifying critical uncertainties, factors that could significantly impact your plans, but are outside your control. For instance, a business owner might identify economic trends, consumer behavior, or technological advancements as critical uncertainties. By acknowledging these factors, you can prepare for a range of outcomes rather than being blindsided by unexpected changes. Another important element is creativity. Scenario thinking invites you to stretch your imagination and explore possibilities beyond the obvious. While it's natural to focus on the most likely outcomes, thinking creatively about less probable scenarios can reveal hidden risks or opportunities. For example, a travel enthusiast planning a dream vacation might consider unlikely scenarios like losing their luggage or encountering a natural disaster. By brainstorming creative solutions, such as packing essentials in their carry-on or researching emergency contacts, they ensure a smoother experience regardless of what happens. To illustrate this further, let's look at the story of Raj, an aspiring entrepreneur. Raj planned to launch a food truck specializing in fusion cuisine. Instead of diving in headfirst, Raj used scenario thinking to explore different futures. He envisioned scenarios where his business thrived, struggled due to low foot traffic, or faced unexpected competition. For each scenario, he identified strategies to adapt, such as partnering with local events, offering online delivery, or adjusting his menu to stand out. When the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted his original plans, Raj pivoted seamlessly to a delivery-first model. His foresight and flexibility turned a potential setback into an opportunity for growth. While scenario thinking may sound complex, it's a skill anyone can develop with practice. Start by choosing a decision or goal you're currently working on. Ask yourself, what are the best, worst, and most likely outcomes? For each scenario, consider the following questions. What factors could lead to this outcome? How would I respond? What resources or strategies could help me succeed? By exploring these possibilities, you gain clarity and confidence in your ability to navigate uncertainty. Another valuable practice is learning from others who have successfully used scenario thinking. Take, for instance, space exploration organizations like NASA. They rely heavily on scenario planning to ensure the safety of their missions. Engineers and astronauts imagine every possible outcome, from equipment malfunctions to communication failures, and prepare contingency plans for each one. While most of us won't face life or death situations like these, the principle remains the same. Preparation reduces risk and increases the likelihood of success. Scenario thinking also encourages resilience. When you've considered multiple outcomes, setbacks feel less overwhelming. Instead of viewing unexpected changes as failures, you see them as challenges you're ready to tackle. This resilience fosters a growth mindset, where you view every situation as an opportunity to learn and adapt. Here's a practical exercise to help you apply scenario thinking. Choose a specific goal or decision you're currently pursuing. Spend 10 minutes imagining 3 different scenarios: the best-case scenario, the worst-case scenario, and the most likely scenario. For each one, identify at least one strategy or action you can take to prepare. Write these down and review them regularly as your situation evolves. Thinking in scenarios is a powerful tool for anyone looking to navigate uncertainty with confidence and purpose. By imagining multiple futures and planning for them, you equip yourself with the flexibility and resilience needed to achieve your goals. Remember, the future is not something to fear, it's something to prepare for. With scenario thinking, you can turn uncertainty into opportunity and move forward with clarity and determination. Chapter 7. Decision Dynamics. Choosing the best path forward. Every day, you make countless decisions, from the small ones, like what to eat for breakfast, to the significant ones that shape your career, relationships, and future. While some decisions are easy and instinctive, others require careful thought and evaluation. What separates a good decision from a great one? The ability to approach decision-making strategically. Decision dynamics is about understanding the factors at play, evaluating your options, and confidently choosing the best path forward. At its core, strategic decision-making involves clarity, intentionality, and balance. It's not just about finding the right answer, because life often doesn't offer clear-cut solutions, but about making thoughtful choices that align with your values, goals, and circumstances. The good news is that decision-making is a skill, and like any skill, it can be refined and improved with practice. Consider the story of Sophia, a talented graphic designer who had been offered 2 exciting job opportunities. One position was with a fast-paced startup, promising rapid growth and creative freedom, but it came with long hours and high pressure. The other was with a well-established corporation offering stability, structured projects, and an attractive benefits package. Sophia felt torn. Both options had pros and cons, and she didn't want to make the wrong choice. Instead of rushing her decision, Sophia paused to evaluate her priorities. She asked herself, what matters most to me right now? Is it career growth, work-life balance, or financial security? After much reflection, she realized that personal stability and time for her family were her top priorities at this stage of her life. With this clarity, she chose the corporate job, a decision she later described as one of the best she'd ever made. Sophia's experience highlights a critical aspect of decision dynamics: understanding your priorities. Every decision involves trade-offs, and being clear about what matters most helps you navigate those trade-offs with confidence. Whether you're choosing between 2 career paths, weighing financial investments, or deciding how to spend your time, identifying your priorities ensures your decisions align with your values and goals. Another important element of decision dynamics is gathering relevant information. In a world overflowing with data, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of options and inputs. Strategic decision-makers focus on what's most important, filtering out noise and seeking information that directly impacts their choices. For example, a family deciding where to move might focus on factors like school quality, job opportunities, and cost of living, rather than being distracted by less critical details like the number of restaurants in the area. Take the case of Jason, an entrepreneur deciding whether to expand his small business into a new market. Instead of relying solely on intuition, Jason conducted thorough research. He analyzed market trends, studied the competition, and sought feedback from customers. This process gave him a clear understanding of the risks and opportunities involved. Armed with this knowledge, Jason made an informed decision to expand cautiously, starting with a pilot program to test the waters. His careful approach allowed him to succeed without overextending his resources. While gathering information is vital, decision dynamics also involves knowing when to act. Overanalyzing can lead to analysis paralysis, where fear of making the wrong choice prevents you from making any choice at all. Strategic decision-makers strike a balance, combining thoughtful evaluation with timely action. They recognize that no decision is perfect, and that learning from experience is often the best way to grow. For example, Emma, a college student choosing her major, spent months agonizing over her options. She loved both biology and computer science, but feared making the wrong choice. Finally, she realized that both fields excited her and offered rewarding career paths. She decided to choose computer science, knowing that she could still incorporate her interest in biology through interdisciplinary work. By embracing action over indecision, Emma freed herself to move forward and excel in her studies. Another essential aspect of decision dynamics is considering the long-term impact of your choices. While immediate rewards can be tempting, strategic decision-makers think beyond the present moment, asking, how will this choice affect me a year from now, 5 years from now? This forward-thinking mindset helps you make decisions that align with your larger vision. Take Anna and Marco, a couple deciding whether to buy a house or continue renting. Buying a home felt like the next logical step, but they hesitated due to the financial commitment. Instead of rushing into the decision, they evaluated their long-term goals. They realized that their dream was to travel extensively in the next 5 years, and the flexibility of renting better supported that vision. By considering the bigger picture, Anna and Marco made a choice that aligned with their priorities and values. A powerful tool for improving your decision-making is the what-if approach. This involves imagining the possible outcomes of your choices and evaluating how you would respond to each one. For example, if you're considering starting a business, you might ask, what if it succeeds beyond my expectations? What if I face significant challenges? How would I adapt in either case? This exercise not only prepares you for potential outcomes, but also builds your confidence in your ability to handle uncertainty. Here's an exercise to help you apply decision dynamics in your life. Identify a decision you're currently facing. Write it down and reflect on the following questions. What are your priorities in this situation? What matters most to you? What information do you need to make an informed choice? What are the potential short-term and long-term impacts of your options? What steps can you take to move forward confidently? Take your time to think through these questions, and remember, no decision is final. Life is a journey of learning and adapting, and every choice you make contributes to your growth. Decision dynamics is about more than making choices. It's about making thoughtful, intentional decisions that align with your values, goals, and circumstances. By understanding your priorities, gathering relevant information, and embracing both action and reflection, you empower yourself to navigate life's complexities with clarity and confidence. Remember, every decision is an opportunity to shape your future. With practice, you'll find that each choice brings you closer to the life you envision. Chapter 8. Staying Agile, Adapting to Change with Confidence. Change is one of the few constants in life, yet it often feels like an unwelcome guest. Whether it comes as a sudden disruption or a slow, creeping shift, change challenges our sense of stability and forces us to adjust. But what if, instead of fearing change, you embraced it as an opportunity to grow? Staying agile is the key to thriving in a world that's constantly evolving. Agility allows you to adapt, learn, and move forward with confidence, even in uncertain times. Agility is more than flexibility. It's a proactive mindset that combines adaptability with resilience. While flexibility is about bending without breaking, agility involves a deliberate approach to navigating change. It's the ability to assess new situations, adjust your plans, and stay focused on your goals, even when the road ahead takes an unexpected turn. This mindset is a cornerstone of strategic thinking and a critical skill for achieving lasting success. Consider the story of Julia, a restaurant owner who faced immense challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic. When restrictions forced her to close her dining room, Julia had to think fast. Instead of seeing the situation as a roadblock, she viewed it as an opportunity to innovate. She quickly pivoted to a takeout and delivery model, introduced online ordering, and partnered with local food delivery apps. She even launched virtual cooking classes to engage her customers and keep her brand alive. Julia's agility not only helped her survive the crisis, but also created new revenue streams that she continued to use even after her restaurant reopened. Julia's story illustrates the power of an agile mindset. By staying open to new possibilities and acting decisively, she turned a potentially devastating situation into a platform for growth. Agility isn't about having all the answers. It's about being willing to experiment, learn from experience, and adjust as needed. One of the key components of agility is emotional resilience. Change often triggers feelings of fear, frustration, or uncertainty, which can cloud judgment and make it difficult to move forward. Emotional resilience allows you to process these emotions without letting them derail your efforts. It's not about ignoring how you feel, but about maintaining perspective and staying focused on solutions. For instance, an athlete recovering from an injury might feel disappointed or impatient, but uses that energy to focus on their rehabilitation and future goals. Another important aspect of staying agile is cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset sees challenges as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles to avoid. People with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace change because they view it as a chance to develop new skills and discover new possibilities. For example, when Mia, a teacher, was asked to transition her classes to an online format, she initially felt overwhelmed by the unfamiliar technology. Instead of resisting the change, Mia embraced it as an opportunity to enhance her teaching methods. She took online courses, sought advice from colleagues, and experimented with creative ways to engage her students virtually. Her willingness to adapt not only improved her skills, but also earned her recognition as a leader in her school. Agility also involves letting go of rigidity. While having a plan is essential, clinging to that plan when circumstances change can hinder progress. Staying agile means being willing to reevaluate your goals and strategies in light of new information. This doesn't mean abandoning your vision, but finding new ways to achieve it. For instance, a musician whose dream of touring was postponed due to unforeseen circumstances might pivot to creating an online concert series, reaching fans in a different but equally meaningful way. Staying agile also requires staying informed. Awareness of trends, developments, and potential shifts in your environment allows you to anticipate change and prepare for it. Think of it like driving a car. You don't just focus on the road directly ahead, but also scan for upcoming turns, obstacles, and traffic patterns. By staying informed, you position yourself to act quickly and effectively when change arises. Let's look at the example of Raj, a software developer whose company underwent a major restructuring. Raj's role was at risk of being eliminated, but instead of waiting for the outcome, he proactively sought opportunities to contribute to other departments. He identified skills he could transfer, volunteered for cross-functional projects, and built relationships with colleagues in different teams. His adaptability not only secured his position but also opened doors to new opportunities for growth within the company. To cultivate agility, start by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to how you respond to change and identify any patterns of resistance or hesitation. Are you quick to adapt, or do you struggle to let go of old routines? By understanding your tendencies, you can work on developing a more agile mindset. Another valuable practice is embracing experimentation. Agility thrives on a willingness to try new approaches, even if they don't guarantee success. When you view failure as a learning opportunity rather than a setback, you create space for innovation and growth. For instance, a writer experimenting with different storytelling techniques might discover a unique style that sets their work apart. Here's an exercise to help you stay agile. Think of a recent change you've experienced, whether in your personal or professional life. Reflect on how you responded. What went well, and what could you have done differently? Now imagine a similar change occurring in the future. What steps could you take to adapt more effectively? Write down 1 or 2 strategies you can use to stay agile in the face of change. Staying agile is not about avoiding change, but about embracing it with confidence and creativity. By cultivating emotional resilience, a growth mindset, and a willingness to experiment, you equip yourself to navigate life's uncertainties with grace. Agility transforms challenges into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. As you continue your journey, remember that every twist and turn is a chance to learn, grow, and move closer to the future you envision. Chapter 9. Collaborative Strategy: Harnessing the Power of Team Thinking. Have you ever heard the saying, 2 heads are better than 1? It's a simple truth that underscores the power of collaboration. No matter how skilled or knowledgeable you are, the ability to work with others unlocks new perspectives, amplifies creativity, and leads to stronger results. Collaborative strategy is about combining the strengths of individuals to create a cohesive, shared approach toward achieving common goals. It's not just about working together, it's about thinking together. In a fast-paced, interconnected world, the challenges we face are often too complex for one person to solve alone. Collaborative strategy ensures that different viewpoints, experiences, and skills come together to address these challenges effectively. When people think as a team, they can spot opportunities, anticipate problems, and create solutions that are more innovative and impactful than those developed in isolation. Consider the story of Rachel, a manager at a nonprofit organization. Rachel's team was tasked with organizing a fundraising event to support their cause. Initially, Rachel tried to do most of the planning herself, believing it was her responsibility as the leader. However, as the event grew in scope, she realized she couldn't handle everything alone. Rachel decided to adopt a collaborative approach. She held brainstorming sessions where team members could share ideas, delegated responsibilities based on each person's strengths, and encouraged open communication throughout the process. The result? Not only was the event a huge success, but the team also felt a deep sense of ownership and pride in their collective achievement. Rachel's experience highlights the essence of collaborative strategy, recognizing that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. By involving others and valuing their contributions, you create an environment where everyone feels empowered to give their best. Collaboration fosters trust, engagement, and a shared sense of purpose, all of which are critical for achieving long-term success. A key component of collaborative strategy is effective communication. Clear, open, and respectful communication ensures that ideas flow freely, misunderstandings are minimized, and conflicts are resolved constructively. Imagine a group of engineers working on a new product. If team members fail to communicate clearly, even the best ideas can get lost, leading to delays or costly mistakes. On the other hand, a team that communicates well can build on each other's ideas, refine their approach, and achieve outstanding results. Another important element is leveraging diversity. Teams with diverse perspectives, experiences, and backgrounds are more likely to come up with innovative solutions. Diversity encourages fresh thinking and challenges assumptions, helping teams see problems from angles they might not have considered otherwise. For example, a marketing team developing a global campaign benefits from including members who understand the cultural nuances of different regions. This ensures the campaign resonates with a broader audience and avoids potential pitfalls. Let's explore the story of Carlos, a software developer who joined a multinational team to create a new app. Initially, Carlos felt hesitant about sharing his ideas, as many of his teammates came from different cultural and professional backgrounds. However, he quickly realized that their diverse viewpoints were a strength, not a barrier. When they collaborated, Carlos and his team combined their unique insights to create an app that appealed to a wide range of users. The app's success was a testament to the power of diversity in collaborative strategy. Collaboration also requires adaptability. Teams often face unexpected challenges, and the ability to adjust plans collectively is essential for maintaining momentum. Take the case of a theater troupe preparing for a big performance. When a lead actor fell ill just days before the show, the troupe had to reassign roles and adjust their choreography on short notice. Instead of panicking, they worked together to find solutions, supporting each other through the process. The performance went on as planned, and the audience never knew about the last-minute changes. Building a collaborative strategy starts with creating an inclusive environment. People are more likely to contribute their ideas and effort when they feel respected and valued. Leaders play a crucial role in setting the tone for collaboration, but every team member has a part to play. By listening actively, offering constructive feedback, and acknowledging each other's contributions, teams create a foundation of trust and mutual respect. It's also important to clarify roles and expectations. While collaboration thrives on shared input, confusion about responsibilities can hinder progress. Teams that define who does what and establish clear goals are better equipped to work together effectively. For example, a group of students working on a class project might assign specific tasks to each member while setting a timeline for completing each phase. This structure ensures accountability and keeps everyone on track. Collaborative strategy isn't limited to professional settings. It's equally valuable in personal and community contexts. For instance, families can use collaboration to solve household challenges, such as managing schedules or planning vacations. Communities can harness the power of collaboration to address local issues, like organizing a neighborhood cleanup or starting a shared garden. Here's an exercise to help you apply collaborative strategy in your life. Think of a project, challenge, or goal that could benefit from teamwork. Reach out to a group of people who share an interest in the outcome, whether they're colleagues, friends, or family members. Start by discussing the goal and inviting everyone to share their ideas. Encourage open dialogue, listen actively, and build on each other's suggestions. As the group moves forward, clarify roles and responsibilities to ensure everyone knows how they can contribute. Collaborative strategy is a powerful tool for achieving success in any area of life. By bringing together the strengths, ideas, and perspectives of a group, you can tackle challenges more effectively and create solutions that are richer and more innovative. Remember, collaboration isn't just about working with others. It's about thinking together, supporting one another, and building a shared vision for the future. As you embrace the power of team thinking, you'll discover that great things truly happen when people come together with purpose and intention. Chapter 10. Sustaining focus. Building habits for long-term success. How often do we set out with grand ambitions, only to lose momentum along the way? The truth is, achieving long-term success isn't about bursts of inspiration or short-lived efforts. It's about sustaining focus over time. This chapter explores how to build habits that keep you aligned with your goals and ensure steady progress toward your vision. Sustaining focus isn't about willpower alone. It's about creating systems that make consistent effort part of your daily life. Focus is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. In a world full of distractions, staying focused on what matters most is both a challenge and a strength. Building this skill requires intentionality, actively deciding where to direct your energy and eliminating unnecessary distractions. When you sustain focus, you create the momentum needed to turn dreams into reality. Consider the story of Daniel, a writer who dreamed of completing a novel. For years, Daniel struggled to stay consistent, often abandoning his writing after a few weeks of enthusiasm. Frustrated, he decided to take a different approach. Instead of relying on inspiration, Daniel committed to writing for 30 minutes every morning, no matter what. He created a routine that became a habit, and over time, the pages of his novel began to accumulate. A year later, Daniel held the first draft of his book in his hands, a testament to the power of sustained focus. Daniel's story illustrates an important principle. Small, consistent actions lead to big results. It's tempting to focus on major milestones, but true progress happens in the day-to-day effort. Whether your goal is writing a book, building a business, or improving your health, sustained focus requires breaking your vision into manageable steps and committing to them regularly. A key aspect of sustaining focus is understanding the role of habits. Habits are the routines and behaviors that shape your daily life. When aligned with your goals, they become powerful tools for success. However, building new habits takes time and effort. The key is to start small and stay consistent. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, committing to just 10 minutes a day is more sustainable than attempting hour-long workouts right away. As the habit becomes ingrained, you can gradually increase your efforts. Let's explore the story of Priya, a busy professional who wanted to learn a new language. Priya's demanding schedule left little time for traditional classes, but she didn't let that stop her. She started by dedicating 15 minutes each day to language learning apps and listening to podcasts during her commute. Over time, Priya's small daily efforts added up. A year later, she could hold basic conversations in her target language and felt more confident than ever. Her success was the result of consistent focus and a commitment to integrating learning into her daily routine. Another important factor in sustaining focus is managing distractions. Distractions are everywhere, from social media notifications to competing demands on your time. To stay focused, it's essential to create an environment that supports your efforts. For instance, a student preparing for exams would set up a designated study space free from interruptions. Similarly, a professional working on a critical project might schedule focused work sessions and turn off non-essential notifications. Managing distractions isn't about eliminating them entirely. It's about minimizing their impact and staying intentional with your time. The story of Anna, a graphic designer, provides a great example. Anna found it challenging to concentrate on creative projects with constant interruptions from emails and meetings. To regain her focus, she introduced deep work blocks into her schedule. Uninterrupted periods dedicated solely to her most important tasks. During these blocks, she turned off notifications, set boundaries with colleagues, and fully immersed herself in her work. The results were remarkable. Anna not only became more productive, but also rediscovered her passion for design. Another critical element of sustained focus is staying motivated over the long term. Motivation often ebbs and flows, but creating systems that reinforce your commitment can help you stay on track. For example, tracking your progress, celebrating small wins, and reminding yourself of your why can reignite your drive. Think about a marathon runner who stays motivated by visualizing the finish line, breaking the race into manageable segments, and celebrating every milestone along the way. Let's look at the story of Michael, a recent college graduate saving for his first home. Michael's goal required significant discipline and sacrifices, such as cutting back on unnecessary expenses and sticking to a strict budget. To stay motivated, he set up a visual tracker where he marked his progress toward his savings goal each month. Seeing his progress kept him focused, and within 2 years, Michael achieved his dream of homeownership. To sustain focus, it's also important to embrace flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected challenges can derail even the best-laid plans. Flexibility allows you to adapt without losing sight of your goals. For instance, a parent balancing work and family responsibilities might adjust their routines to accommodate changing circumstances while staying committed to their larger objectives. Flexibility isn't about abandoning your goals, it's about finding new ways to pursue them when obstacles arise. Here's an exercise to help you build sustained focus. Choose one goal you're currently working toward. Break it into small, actionable steps that you can integrate into your daily or weekly routine. Identify potential distractions and create strategies to minimize them. Finally, establish a system to track your progress and celebrate milestones along the way. Reflect on how these habits and systems will help you stay focused over time. Sustaining focus is the foundation of long-term success. By building habits, managing distractions, staying motivated, and embracing flexibility, you create the conditions for steady progress toward your goals. Remember, success isn't achieved overnight. It's the result of consistent effort and a commitment to your vision. As you apply these principles, you'll find that staying focused not only helps you achieve your goals, but also empowers you to live with purpose and intention. As we reach the end of this journey, it's clear that strategic thinking is not just a skill, it's a transformative mindset. From crafting a clear vision and setting meaningful goals, to building resilience, embracing collaboration, and sustaining focus, each chapter has equipped you with tools to navigate life's complexities with clarity and confidence. Strategic thinking empowers you to take control of your future, make intentional decisions, and adapt to challenges without losing sight of your goals. Thank you for taking the time to invest in your personal and professional growth by exploring these concepts. Your commitment to learning is a powerful step toward lasting success. If you found value in this book, consider sharing your thoughts and experiences. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Here's to your continued journey of growth and achievement.